You ever get so caught up in the cares of the world, school for example, to where you end up unintentionally putting God on the back burner? And instead of seeking refuge in the secret place like you should, you seek refuge in doom scrolling, TV, etc. And it got to a point where praying and reading your word starts to feel like a chore. Yeah, that was me like 2 or 3 months ago. And if this is you too, don't worry. Spoiler alert. It gets better. Hey, way babes, welcome and welcome back to the Raw Uncut Jesus Freak Land, where we share our love for the Lord, the goodness of the Lord, and the unadulterated gospel of Jesus Christ. How are y'all doing today? As you can see from the title of this video, we got a series called Behind the Curtain, like the realness about being Christian. Sometimes these gonna be vulnerability videos, sometimes these gonna be Bible studies and lessons. Like we just showing the realness of the gospel. So let's get straight to it. Let me give y'all a backstory. So spring semester of last year, no, last spring semester, it's summertime right now. Last spring semester was one of the worst semesters of my life. I'm telling you, it was literally a horror movie. I was so stressed out trying to deal with my portfolio because I had selective admissions due for graphic design. I was overly stressed out. Like it was so much, and I was so focused on prioritizing getting it done in school that I slowly started to backtrack away from the Lord. Took a toll on my spiritual and mental health, like heavily. And this is exactly why the Lord said to cast your cares onto Him and He'll sustain us, because we not meant to bear that type of weight. Like the world gives us responsibilities, school gives us responsibilities, and as believers, we literally have an advantage to just give that over to the Lord, like physically pick it up and put it down in His hand. And you just got to be like, listen, if you don't help me with this, it's just not gonna work. Like it ain't gonna get done. You know what I'm saying? Because one minute I was recovering from a winter depression, yes. Next minute I'm going through school. Now I feel like I'm back to square one. Like I was just in a recovery state. Like what the heck happened? Y'all, like it was so bad. It was so bad. So as a result, like I said, I stopped spending time with the Lord as much as I used to because I was so busy to the point where most of my free time would go to like a nap, TV, whatever the heck I felt like wasn't a chore or wasn't something I had to do, because I was tired of having to do stuff because of school. Like you gotta do assignments. I was tired of gotten to do stuff like, and then right after that free time, homework, studying, and it was a repeated cycle. So it's like I had time for the Lord, but I simply like chose not to give that time to the Lord because I saw that time as another task that I had to do. And then I would try to put Him on the back burner as like, I'll be done with all the tasks and all my free time, and I'll be like, okay, it's time to spend time with the Lord. But I'm like completely burnt out. I'm tired as heck. So I'll be like, oh, I'm too tired to spend time with you. I'll spend time with you tomorrow. And then the next day came. And then the next day came. Then the next day came. And that turned into me not reading my word for days, not praying for days, and everything was just off. Like I literally forgot how to be Christian. For real. Because I wasn't lukewarm. It felt like I was, but I wasn't like living in sin and claiming God. Like I wasn't living in sin, period. I was in the middle between lukewarm and a devout Christian. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't living in sin. I knew better, but I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do as a Christian. Like then I started to pick it back up. I ain't gonna lie. I started to pick it back up. I went from reading my word daily to now in this season, I was reading my word like once, twice a week, praying the same time. So I was easing into it because I wasn't like, I knew like mentally where I was for real. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. I'm gonna just do what I can do. And I prayed to the Lord. During those prayers, that's why prayer is so important, y'all. The Lord will hear those prayers because He's so gracious. He understands that we nothing but mere dirt. He understands that we come from the grass. He understands. So all you just gotta do is like, Lord, just be real, be transparent, be like, God, this is where I'm at in this season. This how I'm feeling. This is where I'm supposed to be. And I just cannot bring myself to like do what I should do. Like I need your help. I need you to strengthen me. I need you to push me. I need you to take what little I'm giving you and multiply it. Just like you did with that bread and that fish. Take what I'm giving you and multiply it until I can get what I need. And not to mention, He definitely answered those prayers. But let me backtrack a little bit. Whilst I was only like reading my word or praying twice a week, I was barely going to church either. Going to like the extra church classes that I used to go to. And I started talking to the Lord about small stuff. Like I love small talk with the Lord. When I tell you that's my best friend, I be talking to Him about the most random stuff. I even stopped doing that, y'all. That's how you know how serious this was. Like this wasn't no joke. Like it was something wrong for real. And it's like the enemy saw what school was doing to me, and he definitely added more on top of that, bro. So overall, all of my spiritual disciplines like felt like chores. And on top of that, y'all, I had relapsed during this into a sin that I was free from, bro. It was so bad that I fell back into that. And I was like, oh my gosh. No. It was like that was my last straw. I ain't gonna lie. So at that point when that happened, I was like, bro, I literally forgot how to be Christian. I do not know how to be no child of God no more. Cause what? I was, like I said earlier, I was drifting between being a Christian and a regular civilian on earth. Like I wasn't sinning for real. I did fall into sin, but every Christian gonna fall into sin on their walk. I did fall into sin, but I wasn't like actively sinning like intentionally. Or like everybody, you always sin with intention. Like you sin, you wanted to. But you get what I'm saying? Like not like doing it. I don't know how to explain. I'ma just trust you understand. But I wasn't like, I wasn't talking to God or reading my word either. So it was like, I feel like I was in some type of purgatory. I'm not even gonna lie. Despite that though, like I said, the Lord didn't leave me. And this is the importance of this video today. I want you, if you in this season, listen up, because I'm a veteran Christian. I consider myself to be a veteran Christian. I've been saved for 6 years. I done backslid a couple times. I done had a lot of ups and downs in this walk, and the Lord has brought me out every single time. And just because I consider myself to be a mature Christian or like a, well seasoned Christian, that don't mean I'm exempt from stuff like this. And that's exactly why I wasn't beating myself up about nothing. Because if I hold myself to these high standards, even the Bible say this, you hold yourself up to these high standards, what's gonna happen when trouble come your way and you knock down? You gonna be questioning your identity. Every single time the wind blow, you gonna question yourself. No, I wasn't doing it. No, ma'am, I was not finna allow that. So I trusted in the Lord when he said, no matter what, he'll never leave nor forsake me. I trusted it, and that's why even during the little small 5-minute prayers I would give God, I was intentional about what the heck I was saying. Just praying for strength, praying that I get back to where I was, or even in a better state, praying like for him to help me, for him to take this little and make it to a lot. And he was just so, I felt so confident in like he was like just present for real. Despite everything that I was doing and what I wasn't supposed to be doing, he was a present dad. Like he was there with me. He was so gracious, so patient, so understanding, and noticing that spirit, feeling that in my spirit, his patience and understanding, that love is what started to bring me back. And that scripture, hold on, I gotta find it. That scripture is in Romans, because I got the Bibles right here, baby. Y'all got y'all Bibles, baby. It's in Romans 2, chapter 4. Don't you see how wonderfully kind, tolerant, and patient God is with you? Does this mean nothing to you? Can't you see that his kindness is intended to turn you from sin? So, like, in the context of this, it's talking about like judging others and how you shouldn't be doing it because God don't judge us or whatnot. So it's like these type of people will be like, bro, they doing this, that, and the third, and God ain't punishing them. And it's like Paul saying, like, God is kind and tolerant and patient, so people get turned away. So I was keeping it in mind, and I knew that how kind, how patient he is, and there's that principle of that goodness touching my heart, and that'll slowly turn my heart back towards him. You get what I'm saying? Like when somebody good to you, you feel so grateful. You feel such a sense of gratitude, and you want to do for them. Like you want to give something to them in return. So God being patient with me and allowing me to experience his comfort in that season is what slowly turned me back into where I was supposed to be going. So when that was happening, you know how like some people get in like a serious car accident, and I hate to compare it to this because that's super serious, but like that's also super serious. You know how they get like a serious car accident and sometimes they gotta relearn how to walk again? That was me. I had to relearn how to be Christian again, y'all. Like just relearning my old, habits and stuff. So I started to give him whatever I could give. 2 minutes. That 2 minutes turned into 5 minutes. That 5 minutes started to 10 minutes. And this did not just happen overnight. I'm telling you, this was like from like the start of spring semester all the way to summer. That's like 4 months. Then if I ain't feel like reading my word, okay, I'll just pray. And then if one day I ain't feel like praying, I'll read my word. As long as I'm doing something. And eventually I start to just feel the love of the Lord, the love of my salvation again, and the love of the Lord. Like I knew the Lord loved me. It's not like I wasn't feeling it, but like my love for the Lord and the way I showed it, the way I demonstrate that in my walk, in my faith. Because Jesus said, you love me, you're gonna obey my commands. And that's essentially following him, doing right by him and stuff, and living holy. And yeah, eventually I started to find joy and salvation again. Like I started to remember why the heck I was Christian in the first place. I started to remember who the heck the Lord was. The way I view my faith, the way I view my walk, it's not just a path of like trying your absolute best to reach certain goals. No, like you are literally walking hand in hand with the Lord. Trouble gonna come your way and the Lord will shield you. Sometimes you'll get bruised. Sometimes you'll fall on the floor, scuff your knees a little bit. The Lord will put a band-aid on it and heal you. And y'all keep walking. Because I was like I said, I'm grateful that the Lord allowed this, because after this season, I realized that I was in works-based faith. I had no idea. And the Lord brought me out of there. I'm explaining in another video, so stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned. But yeah, and he brought me out of there and allowed me to experience the fullness of his love. He tore that veil off me and allowed me to like see like, bro, I'm with you in this forever. It don't matter what you do. Sometimes you're gonna do stuff like this. Sometimes you're gonna have seasons like that. It shouldn't happen, but when it do, I just want you to know that I'm gonna be with you. Like I truly never will leave nor forsake you. Like I meant that when I said that. So something so like depressing low key turned into something beautiful and turned into a breakthrough. So I say all this to say, like I said, if this was you, if you relate to me in this circumstance, God will work with your crumbs. Just give him crumbs. God will work with your crumbs. That miracle, when he multiplied that bread and fish, it wasn't one-sided. No, it was saying God can work with whatever little you give him in faith and make it turn it into a miracle to sustain you. I didn't make the mistake most people make in this these type of seasons where you like guilt trip yourself, you feel guilty, and then that ends up pushing you away. No, I was going full force, full throttle. Like even I didn't feel like spending time with the Lord, I would not beat myself up about it. I would just be real with God. I'd be like, God, I don't want to do this for real. Help. Like you have to fight the flesh. Like do not let guilt push you away from God, because it will. And then that's just counterproductive. That's just not what the gospel was for. The gospel was for whenever we mess up, whenever we make mistakes, we can fully run back to Jesus Christ without guilt, without sin, without all this other stuff getting our freaking way. So I did. Now it's like June going on July. I started recovering in like May, because I supposed to made this video. I supposed to made this video in like May, y'all. But listen, it's okay. It's okay. So now, like my relationship with God, like I said, it's completely changed. The way I view God has changed completely. My mind is free. I spend more time with Him in worship, prayer, reading the Word, all of the stuff a basic Christian does. I do it again, and it starts to feel like how I used to feel. Not a chore, but a refuge. Not like something I gotta check off a checklist, but refuge, like my joy, like something I genuinely enjoy doing. He saved me once again, and all he needed was baby steps, y'all. I'm telling you. And that's the end of the video. Like I said, if this is you, know that you're not alone, y'all. I hope this video helped you. I hope this video got you a better understanding. And I just wanted to be real with y'all. For the new subscribers, I want to be vulnerable a little bit to let y'all know we real over here. We ain't no performative Christian. We gonna be ourselves unadulterated. Okay, so be patient with yourself first and take those baby steps instead of surrendering to guilt. Be encouraged, you will not be there forever. Okay, I pray that the Lord pulls you out, that you relearn how to love Him again, that you start to enjoy your salvation again. All right. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please like it. If you relate to it, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that post notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. I have a vlog in the making. For y'all that will be coming up probably like maybe a week or two after this. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know, because vlogs take me so long to edit, y'all. I ain't gonna fake. But I'm gonna just try to like be as consistent as I can. I'm not gonna force myself to do weekly uploads. I'm gonna just post when I can. So hopefully y'all stick around. I really want to build a community around like just people just waiting for me to upload. You get what I'm saying? Like, because the way I watch my YouTubers like Burlese and Corey, especially Corey, like if he gone for a long time, he gonna always be in the back of my head, and I'm gonna just be waiting for him to upload for real. And the same with Berlin. Like I want a YouTube community like that. You know, I could just relax and just build like this sense of trust that you know that I'm on the way. Like even if it take long, I want you to know that hey, I'm on the way. Like I'm coming. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Bye.